East, a bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crack everyone's at the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review with that last play.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On 3rd down, Charles. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, When they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them is what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Charles. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
From the 27, Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carson. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
To throw on 2nd down, Charles. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Charles. Throws right side, and that's complete. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A toss left side for Carter. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Throwing on 1st down. Charles. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get him there for a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. He lets it fly for Lockett. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chris Carson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, it's a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing,
As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw on second down. Charles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Back to throw. Charles. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
That one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is it got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jets will extend their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. We both are. I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carson. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A pass underneath for Carson, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson will throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He does have the one interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking. From their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1
every single time.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. Looking to throw. Charles. Flush to his right. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's got this almost to the 40. Big play there on the keeper. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw on 3rd down. Charles, he's going to look deep for more and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Off the play fake. Charles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Off play action. Charles. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. A try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Up comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, they'll find Everett there, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Don't do us like that.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
That's complete to his running back, Dallas.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. And some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DJ Dallas. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been on his A game. We're in the third quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
45.
Back to throw. Charles completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown Jets. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that because so many times you go into the half after playing well and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. Now they try the right side here. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 30, the 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Charles. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's the tight end, Daniels. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A handoff for Carter.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking to throw. Charles. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Jets get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. You throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
You throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Here's Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 2nd down now, Stuckey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 17. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 67 yards rushing forward the ball game now on 14 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall. That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Escaping the pressure right. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect. Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around. Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession. Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Tossing this out wide to Dallas. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 18-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Carter. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. Open man, Amari Rodgers complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Rice. And he's taken down inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's get off the field.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now down to 20. And the Jets have got it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Trey Brown there on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Turtles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to really put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.
Thank you.